All right, Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live here on Wink CW, Channel 6. And so thrilled to have been a part or playing a part in promoting the Color Purple that's here in Fort Myers, being put on by our own local talent. Fits right into my saying on the show that Miami has the oranges, but Fort Myers got the juice. And we certainly got the juice right here at the Color Purple. We're here on 2nd Street, just outside of downtown Fort Myers on the River District. We're at the beautiful Laboratory Theater, quaint enough that everybody can have a great seat, large enough that they can have a decent amount of people in there and socially distanced. And we got treated tonight on opening night to something that we certainly will be talking about for years to come. I got two of the stars here of the play sitting next to me, and surprised they've never been on Lee Pitts Live, but we got it taken care of right now. So let's get a chance to get their real names and who they were in the play. Let's start right here with you.
My name is Ruth Gina Farraco.
And what was your role in the play?
I played Celie.
Okay, that was pretty huge for you there.
Yes.
Do you just smile all the time? Because I noticed on the stage you have that smile.
I do.
Naturally.
It's a problem.
Okay, we'll be back to you in a minute. What's your full name and what role? Who were you in the play?
My name is Robert Varner, and I played Mr., the antagonist to Celie.
That's right. And of course, those of you who've seen the movie, he's the Danny Glover character,
Yes.
and you are the Whoopi Goldberg character.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the movie is one thing. Seeing the live play off Broadway here is something else. And I've seen the play over the years, and I've seen the movie, but I tell you, I was treated to the top shelf when I came here to the Laboratory Theater. It was spectacular, second to none. And it's right here in Fort Myers. Get your tickets. The month of September is playing here in the first week as well as of October. Do you guys remember that last day in October that it plays here? Am I putting you on the spot? You remember that last day?
I believe it's the 2nd.
2nd of October, right?
Second, yes.
Okay. We'll go with that. But go to that website, laboratorytheaterflorida.com. Now let's get to some conversation. All right. Let's start over here with Celie. Okay. Let's go back to you being cast in the role. Is that something you auditioned for? How did that process work? How did y'all end up? Well, let's start with you. How you end up in your particular role?
So, yes, definitely I auditioned for it. I have worked with the director Sonia before, so I was already familiar with her working style. But I missed the audition process, but I was able to come into the callback process and audition there.
Okay. What went into the audition? You have to sing some songs, do some drama. How does all that work for a guy who doesn't know how all this works behind the scenes?
So usually when you come to the first step of the process, the auditioning is singing and dancing. They teach you a few steps to see if you can pick up choreography. And then the callback is they have you singing together and blending well and harmonizing with each other. And that's when they start to pair you with groups, for example, the church ladies.
Right.
And things like that. Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll come back to you. One of the things that I noticed over there on when you were doing your role, and I was thinking, okay, and I asked you guys when you first sat down, because when you were on the stage, you were like opposite. You kind of were fighting all the time. You were against each other. When y'all sat down, it's kind of like I couldn't separate you from seeing you on the stage. I said, y'all cool in person?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, yes, it was a transformation,
Right.
because we met through the audition process, and we were actually fond of each
Keep
other.
that mic a little closer.
We were fond of each other, and then when they told us the principal roles that we were going to be playing, it became kind of a problem, because I said, now I'm going to have to not be so nice to you on purpose.
Right.
So it was kind of one of those, I had to work my way through it, but for the art, we had to put on
Now
the show.
you sort of heard it through the grapevine. How does one know that that auditioning is taking place? How did you come about being a part of this?
Well, actually, I had taken a small seminar a time or two at the Laboratory Theater, and they just kept me on the email chain.
Okay.
And then when this season's auditions came available, they just sent me a kind of a heads up to say, why don't you come up and audition for
Okay.
a few things. And then when I got here, they told me what it was for,
Okay.
and you know, I went through, did a monologue, and I sang a little bit, just to be on both sides of the coin, because some are musicals, some are straight plays,
Hmm.
and they said we have an idea of what we want you to do, and they called me back a couple days later and said it was this, and I was like, what?
Okay. Now, do you have a background in this, like theater or something like that? You said you were on their lab, you hung around a laboratory or something.
No, sir, I have no previous experience in the theater at all.
Man.
I just took a short seminar to talk about
Right, that's what you said, right?
acting, but other than that, no, I have no previous
So it was
experience.
some kind of bug that you had in you, something you were interested in?
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
well, man, you are outstanding. You got a bright future. Look out,
Thank you.
Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard you say early on that you had worked with the director before, Sonia.
Yes.
Of course, Sonia has been on my television show as a part of promoting this, her and Annette, and she was really enthusiastic and excited about having the opportunity to direct this play. So you haven't worked with her in the past. She knew what your capabilities are. I'm assuming that you've been doing a lot of theater in the past as well?
Yes, sir.
Where? Explain.
So, I've worked at the Lab Theater with Annette in The Crucible. With Sonia, we did August Wilson Come and Gone. I do a lot of plays too, as well. I've done it since high school,
Okay.
and I just travel all over the place and then do what's available.
You're like a little local star. I mean, looking at you on the
Say that.
stage, you know, I've been around, and when I was looking at you on the stage, I was saying, now that's a star.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
And then when I was looking at you on the stage, I was going like, now that's a star. Okay,
appreciate
so we have a lot of talent around here, and looking at both of you on the stage and your cast members, it seems like everybody was sort of multifaceted. They can move, they could sing, they could do a little acting. That's pretty much what's required of this, a combination of things, multifaceted?
Yes, it actually is. I mean, it's not required, but it's definitely a plus.
Mhm.
I mean, there's some people that can do some things better than others, but we're all pretty much even keeled with the skill level.
Hmm. Are you able to feel when you're there on the stage? Are you able to feel the energy from the audience and understand that this is going really well?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
We had
Talk about that.
laughing, clapping, commenting, especially in certain lines we didn't expect would get a comment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, like from the audience?
Yes, that is correct. Yep. And sometimes it is hard to keep that straight face, but it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. I didn't know that we would get this feedback.
And talk about the cast and just how working with them and just the camaraderie. Just talk about personally how it's been being part of this.
Everyone is such a big family. We all have a group chat that we talk on continuously. It feels like we've known each other forever, because it's really nice, because this show is something different that has not been brought to Southwest Florida. So it feels like we're all connected.
Mhm.
And it feels so nice, and we all notice it, and we all feel that with one of each other, and we share that bond.
Now, when we're sitting here right now, we're on the third performance that you guys have done, right? You did one night,
Yes.
last couple of nights, and now it's the premiere.
Yes.
And do you have relatives and people in the audience? Are you getting feedback from people who have sat there and witnessed you on the stage, and what are they saying to you?
I actually keep a very tight circle, so I have not had any feedback from anyone that I know personally. I do have some people coming, but the first week they say they just want to let us get our feet wet.
Get your feet wet. That looked like you guys look like you had your feet wet to me.
And we actually through the laboratory theater, they work well with us, and we polish up quite a bit to make sure we can put on a quality performance every time out.
Well, you say you hadn't personally got any feedback yet. I'm giving you some feedback right now. This is spectacular. You were outstanding.
Thank
The
you.
whole crew was outstanding, and of course, you were fabulous as well. As I would consider you like the lead actress in all of this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You had any chance to get any kind of feedback so far from some people?
My family hasn't come out just yet. They'll be coming in on Sunday, but just from the cast members, their family has come in, and they raved about the show and just are in love with it.
Mhm.
And it's
Okay,
great.
let's go ahead and encourage people to come out. Why should people come and see this play?
I think you should come and see it because it's very life-changing. A lot of times, every single character, you will find yourself in someone, and it is very inspiring, and you'll learn something from it.
Mhm.
Yes.
it's a redemption story of sorts. Through Ceely's struggles, she brings me along with finding who I need to be as an individual to make things better, even in that time period of struggle, which is, I believe, the early 1920s.
Okay.
So
The
it's
Roaring Twenties.
the Roaring Twenties.
The
Yes,
turn of the century.
it was a black story, but it's actually just a human story.
Absolutely. This is certainly something that all cultures can enjoy. It's a relevant story. I just really loved it. The costumes. I can't let you guys go without talking about the costumes. I was so impressed with the costume. I don't know if you guys were a part of trying on costumes or they just showed up and say, you wear this and you wear that. Tell me how it went.
It was a little, it was funny because usually when we do costumes, they just take the measurements and then that's it. But it was actually really nice because we got to see the fabrics, we got to try on different things,
Yes, we did.
and it just kept changing, but it was more elaborate the more it went.
Right, it
Yeah.
was really nice. The costumes were outstanding. I like those slacks you had on with those deep pleats because I'm a
Yes.
fashion dude. I used to wear those pleats. I still got some slacks like that when I get a lot of stuff custom made.
Yes.
And I always got those pleats. Your pleats were hanging nice, man, with your
Thank you.
suspenders.
Thank you. I you know,
Baggies.
The costumes transported us to the time period.
Right.
So it gave more of a feel rather than just the look. The feel felt authentic. It felt like we were transported to the 20s.
Okay.
So it was so much easier to just slip the pants on and the vest and slip right into character. It was like, okay, this is for real.
Good point. And in that last dance scene that you guys did, I thought y'all were gonna do a little electric slide for me there. I said they need to drop me a little electric slide. It looked like the electric slide from the 1920s.
Yes.
Talk about the dance scene and how y'all practice that a lot, that choreographing that.
Oh yes, still to this
my
day,
goodness.
we just go upstairs and we practice it just to make sure that we've got it every single night. The choreographer did such an amazing job with us, and it's something that we have to refresh every now and then.
So when you're doing these scenes and these movements and all of that, you're sticking to a particular script, the way the play was written. That's the dance that goes with the play. Or are you able to improvise a little bit and make it your own? I mean, make it on your own for this particular play.
So they always tell us exactly what to do, but it's our job as actors to put our own oomph or style into it. So it's yes and no.
Okay.
Yes.
One of the things I caught from you early on, you said that you smile a lot, and that's you said that was a problem or something
Yes.
because I guess you're supposed to be sad as playing the role that you were playing as Ceely, right?
Yes, that is
Right.
correct.
But you seem happy all the time.
Yes. Yeah, that's
And I like you being happy though. I like she just got a smile, a natural smile on her face. Go ahead.
just that the director Sonia just always had to keep reminding me that, hey, you're smiling, you're too happy, or you make sure you keep your head down. And I was like, oh yeah, I
right.
totally forgot.
Well, we love your smile. And final, before we wrap this up,
Yes.
what would you like to say to all the people who've come out and supported this and made this become a reality?
I just want to say a sincere thank you. Thank you so much for allowing us to come through the Laboratory Theater, put on this play for you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you tell as many friends as you possibly can to come out before we're gone and come out and get a good night out. I know these are trying times with the pandemic and such, but this would be worth your time.
Okay, well, you heard it right here from two of the stars of The Color Purple that's taking place right here in Fort Myers at the Laboratory Theater. Get your tickets. It's playing all through the month of September, and you can catch on the last week of October as well. Right here at the Laboratory Theater, just outside of downtown Fort Myers on the River District on 2nd, and I would say just east of downtown Fort Myers. This is Lee Pitts Live. It's been a pleasure to come out and encourage everybody to do your research and get your tickets in advance because they're selling out. We'll see you.